Hello guys, this is Ty, aka the Flip Man, and today's video tip: wholesaling houses versus wholesaling apartments. Before I get into what the benefits are, what the differences are, what the similarities are, just to mention that obviously you can take advantage of the 100+ free videos that I give away on YouTube at my channel, Teach Me Flipping. Just do a search there for the Flip Man or Teach Me Flipping on YouTube. If that's not enough, obviously you could take advantage of the course and coaching at junkers101.com, also known as theflipman.com. And don't forget about picking up even more valuable information at flippinghousesmastery.com with my guy, Country Music. But on with the video. Oh, no reason to get started. Get off the couch, make this happen, whether you deal with me or not. All the knowledge in the world is great, all the books, all the courses, until you put some action into play. With or without a coach, you need to get this stuff into motion, because the knowledge is worthless if you're not using it. So off the soapbox and on with the video tip. Wholesaling houses versus wholesaling apartments. Both are similar. Both are very different. At the end of the day, both generate income and can be life-changing income financially for a lot of people. Not everybody, but for a lot of people, it would and will. Just to go over some of the things that are similar about both. Obviously, you can make money with it. These are opportunities that, for most people, you can replace your existing income on whatever occupation, career that you're involved in right now. Both allow you to get into the business. When I say get into the business, your credit or cash situation really won't matter. Whether you have an 850 credit score or a 350 credit score, whether you have $1 million in the bank or $1 in the bank, it won't matter. The whole purpose of wholesaling is being able to put deals together without tying up your resources. When I say resources, I mean your credit or your cash. That's the great thing about it. So it's all about knowledge, then action. They're both similar in the sense that the way I teach it, in a lot of ways to do this business, but you want to focus on properties that are off market. And my definition of off market is if I Google the address, it is not coming up anywhere for sale, whether it's Craigslist, LoopNet when you're dealing with commercial properties, or Zillow, Trulia, HomeSnap, Realtor.com. They're not for sale anywhere. Now you'll see information about the properties, but that's just the way it is. But actually for sale, that's my definition of something being off market. Now, how are they different? They're different in, for the most part, when you're dealing with houses, the type of money that you can wholesale, and depending on the market, obviously, and the type of houses and the price range that you're dealing in, same thing with apartments, but the checks are going to be smaller than opportunities that you can deal with apartments. Simply put, most apartment deals are going to, even what we would consider small apartment deals, are still going to be more than most houses that you can flip. Now, one versus the other. Now, if you're looking for the speed of getting the quickest check in your pocket, in most cases, doing houses first is going to be the best option, in my opinion, just because if you're in any significant size city or town, your back door or your backyard is going to be the first option, and one just example I have to give, just two ladies here locally signed up for a course, and the reason they did it is that one of the ladies lived across the street from two vacant houses, and she knew the owner. They were able to do a deal in 2 weeks. That's the quickest I've seen. I wasn't even that quick. That's the quickest I've experienced. Not saying that's what's going to happen for you, but that's an actual example of how quick the housing. Very difficult to do it with apartments unless it's a pretty, I'll say a small unit. When I say small unit, it's probably 20 units or less. I think the actually first one I ever done a few years back was only I think it was 11 units, and I did that deal in about 3 weeks. Didn't make as much money as I should have made because the seller, the seller and my guy that ended up buying it, got together and they didn't cut me out, but they cut the money out that I was going to make. But that's fine. It was a lesson learned, but it was a new. It taught me that apartments are much more attractive. You reach a wider range of buyers versus houses when you start talking about different markets, because where those apartments were located is where I can't. It's very difficult. I can say I can't, but it's very difficult for me to wholesale houses in that same market. But when I advertised that 11-unit complex, calls were coming from everywhere. Same neighborhood, calls were coming from everywhere. But that's a perception thing in a lot of cases, more than reality. But I can't spend someone else's money. Another thing is different. You could get involved in a house deal that could change your financial situation forever. And normally what I mean by that is that if you could do a 6-figure deal on a house, and some people do, I've never experienced it myself, you could do a 6-figure wholesale deal on a house. Normally most people are quitting their job if they were already involved in wholesale, but you quitting and, this is what I need to be doing full time. I say that's what you have to do, but most people make that decision immediately. Whereas with apartments, and they're all sizes, and it also depends on the market, on the value, and all this stuff. But for the most part, that's part of course to do high 5 figures and definitely 6-figure wholesale transaction. So whereas one is very unusual to do that type of deal on a house. Now I'm generalizing here. I know there's certain markets you could do that more commonly, but for the most part, to do a 6-figure deal on a wholesale houses deal is minute in the opportunities that you could do it when you're dealing with apartments. Saying all this to say is the reason I'm doing the video, number one, is I get the question because we do offer the wholesaling houses and wholesaling apartments courses together, which is a bit of information. And the question is, which one should I do first? Well, that's going to depend on the individual. If you can, I would encourage you to do both if you have the resources to do it. Whereas with houses, you're going to spend a little bit more marketing or advertising money to get your phone ringing, whereas with apartments, there are a lot of things that you can do that won't cost you anything but just picking up a phone and making phone calls. If you're good at that, I would highly and strongly encourage you to do it. Start with apartments because the way I teach it, and there's some resources out there that just are readily available on the internet, that you could get started with that the same day that you have a general understanding of what you need to be doing from training, whether it's through me or not. But so with apartments, if you're not afraid to pick up the phone and call people continuously, there's an opportunity to make some money there and make it fairly quickly. When I say fairly quickly, now when you're dealing with apartments, even if you had a deal on the contract today, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility not closing that deal 90 days from now, depending on the size of the property and the due diligence time requested by the particular buyers. That's a whole nother ball of wax. So where should you start? It all depends on your resources and knowing who you are as a potential business owner. If you're like me, picking up the phone and calling people, that's one of my flaws. I'm ready to go get in the bed in the fetal position. Whereas some people, you tell them no, that simply means to them, oh, you didn't understand what I just said. I need to explain it to you another way. I would dream to have that type of confidence to be able to just call people back to back to back and no's don't bother you. So if you're one of them individuals, these apartments are sky's the limit, But if you're like me, you may want to start with houses, put out the advertising, people call you. Now you have control of the situation. It is up to you on when and how you want to present it. So hopefully this all makes sense. It's so detailed, it's hard to get this in a 10-minute video. But order the course or get started somewhere, whether it's with me or not. This stuff is real, people. It is real. But if you want to work with me and with the coaching, you can go to junkies101.com and sign up. or you can go to theflipman.com. Takes you to the same place. You know, we have great prices there. A lot of resources there on the site that are free, just like they are on YouTube. Don't forget to take advantage of those 100 plus videos on YouTube at Teach Me Flipping. Just do a search for Teach Me Flipping, all one word, or just do a search for the Flip Man. Thanks, and I hope this video helps.